Thank you everyone for coming today for our Safety Awareness Minute. It's just going to take a few minutes to educate you a little bit on sprains and strains. We're going to cover a couple of things, and there are several steps in how to lift properly. So the first thing I want to do is going over how to lift properly. So the first thing you want to do is test the load, because you don't know how heavy the box is. So you're going to just kind of lean it forward to yourself so you can get a good gauge on how heavy the box is. Then you're going to bend down next to it, lift your chin a little bit to straighten out your back, use your legs, and lift it properly. Set it down. We also have something called the 20-20 rule. Does anybody know what the 20-20 rule is?
Shouldn't take something over 20 pounds over 20 steps.
Good job.
20 seconds.
Yes. So we have things like a transport cart that you could use. Even a U-cart for one case is okay. GM has a patio cart that they use for their patio furniture because that's pretty heavy. And you want to make sure that your employees are doing that every time. The other day I was in a store and they had apples they were bringing out through the produce store to take them out of the cooler and put them out on the sales floor. And what happened was the employee was carrying it, and I said, "Excuse me, how much does that weigh?" He said, "Oh, well, the box says it weighs 42 pounds. He goes, "I do this all day long." I said, "Yes, but I'm concerned about your lower back, because if you're constantly lifting heavy weight like that, you're going to hurt yourself." All right, so let's have one of my audience members volunteer. Who wants to show us how to lift properly?
I'll do it.
Thank you, Brian. Come on over. So what's the first thing you want to do?
Test the load.
Test the load.
Tilt it forward.
Yep.
Bend down, chin up.
Perfect. Good job. Good job, Brian. All right. So we also have a little game to play before we leave today. And it's called Ouch, That Hurt. So here is an accident that actually happened in our division. Employee was getting a box of apples, trying to lean around a stack of boxes to get to the box behind them. When she leaned around to pick up the box from behind it, it was heavier than she expected and felt a pop in her lower back. The pain also goes down her left leg. What should she have done?
Move the boxes to get to the other box.
Move the boxes to get to the other box. And when she got there, what should she have done?
She should have checked the load.
She should have checked the load before she lifted. All right. Now, before you go, there's two other things. There's one thing, have you ever tried pivoting your foot? So if you stand with your feet shoulder width apart, say if you were in a cashiering position, and you turn to the right, can you feel that? Nobody knows the right.
Yeah.
Feel the difference in your back? All right, now turn to the right again with your foot pointing in the same direction, and do you feel the difference in your back?
Yep.
So you want to actually pivot your foot.
Oh.
Oh, see the difference in your back, and that'll help us greatly when we're lifting things. We always want to lift within our dance space.
What is dance space?
Close to your body. It's the ideal area of where you want to lift.
Oh.
Okay. Forgetting something, so I gotta look. Oh, the most important thing, W stretching every single day. So let's do a W stretch. What's your favorite W stretch, Brian?
I would say the arm behind the head.
All right, let's do an arm behind our head stretch. Don't hit one another very tight in this room.
It feels good.
It does feel good. Breathe, make sure you breathe. All right, switch it up. All right, thank you everybody. You can move on to our next station.